Alright, Unity Tutorial 2 for Bubbledome from New Zealand. We are going to go on to make ourselves some rugby posts. Now the rigid body we created here, we're just going to delete with the delete key, and we're going to add in to our little ground here a new game object. We're going to go create other, and we're going to click cube. Now if we move this cube onto the ground, remembering that we can press F to zoom to it, and Alt will make us go around. Alt again. There we go. That's it. Now what we're going to do with this cube that's sitting on the ground is we're going to make some rugby posts with it. So obvious thing to do would be to scale it. So we're going to click this green, and we're going to scale it up, and you want to make it around about 20 units high. So I think nice and quickly, the easiest thing to do would be to type into 20. We're going to move it back up again so that we can see it just touching the ground there. The cool thing about the Unity editor, similar style to Maya, is you can use the widgets on this little widget thing on the view widgets. So you can click on any particular side and you'll rotate around, and it tells you whether you're right, front, top, whatever. To move around, you can hold the middle mouse down and you can zoom in and zoom out, and feel free to use the zoom in and zoom out with when you're on these isometric views. Isometric view means it doesn't get smaller as it goes away. So if I try and rotate around, you'll see how it does come across the isometric views. Now what we're going to do is, just using these different views, we're going to make sure that we're positioned ourselves in front of camera. We'll go back to the cube that we've got, so we'll position it out in front of the camera. To get back to the perspective view, we click on the box in the middle, and if we select this, we can duplicate it. And if you go into edit and duplicate, you'll see that the shortcut key is Control D. So we've duplicated it, it's made another one. You can see it appear in the hierarchy view. I'm just going to move it across over there, and that will be the second of the uprights. And to make the third one, just click create other, click another cube, and we're just going to try and position it up here. Now remember the views here, this is a handy way to get used to these. If we want to click, we can see the cube, and we can see that we're positioning it in the right place by clicking backwards and forwards. Once we are zooming a little bit here, once we know what we're doing, you should get the hang of using these different views to help you line things up. The other thing, the snap to grid for control. If you want to move in units of 1, you hold the control down and you can snap to grid. I'm just going to scale this one up a little bit on the X, just to get it so that it looks a little bit like some rugby posts. So go back to perspective view, and zoom around, zoom into it, zoom around and see what it looks like. It looks not too bad, it's almost in line. I'm going to teach you a little bit about parenting here. We've got this cube here. If I want to rename it, I'll just click on it again. So with it selected, you click again, and this will be the crossbar. Just type that in there, and this one will be upright, and the other one is also the upright. And what we can do is we can actually parent them up so that they move together. At the moment, if I move just one with this one selected, it'll move only that one. It's not what we want, so I'm going to click drag the upright onto the crossbar, and you'll see a little arrow appears. That means that it's now parented. And I'll do the same with the other upright, drag it onto the crossbar, and now by selecting crossbar, if I move them, they all move together as a single one. And even better than that, if we duplicate it, it will duplicate all of them, including their parents. We'll move that away a little bit. So that's some basics about parenting. And what we're going to do, just now is I'm going to get you to import some basic assets. So we'll click on assets, and we'll go to an import package, and I'm going to choose character controller. Now if you choose character controller, we'll just click import all of them. What it does is it very quickly imports some of the standard assets that come with Unity, and some of these are extremely handy. This could take a little time, so I'm just going to quickly pause. And now when we go into our standard assets, you'll see there are character controllers, and there is a first person character controller. And what I'm going to do is, this is an actual prefab, and you don't need to know too much about it, but if you drag this first person character controller into your scene, you'll see that a whole bunch of components appear on the first person character controller. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the existing camera, and because this first person controller comes with it, and when I press play right now, put them above the ground just so you can see, the game comes alive and you become that first person character, and you can use W, A, S and D to walk around, and you can look at your little rugby post that we've made. Now in the next tutorial we're going to do a little bit on scripting.